Can I ask you about the cinematography of the film? The look was so authentic. It felt like I was really in the neighborhood with you. Who did you all get to do the cinematography on the film? And
A really accomplished director of photography named Hiro Narita, a veteran of dozens and dozens of films. I call him my elder brother. He's probably 70, and he's so accomplished. And the amazing thing about him, we were shooting 7 to 9 pages a day, and we barely had a light kit. We were a low budget operation, so he would just come in and say, "Give me one light here, here, here." He'd walk out, and the groups would set it up, and we would go. And just amazing that way.
Are there any filmmakers that, in general, that have influenced your career? Speak up.
I mean, I've been inspired by scenes or in films, and there are a few filmmakers in particular. I'd say that when I was a kid, our mom started taking us to the American Indian Film Festival when I was 11, and early on I saw Arthur Penn's film Little Big Man, and we had been involved in indigenous struggle, and at that age, at the age of 11 or 12 or whatever it was, when I saw the cavalry massacre Native people, shooting infants, stabbing Indian women, it was the first time I just wept, and I didn't even know, I was so enraged, and I wanted to do something, and it was that I was like, wow, it really brought the struggle to another level for me, and then I would say that was when I started thinking, wow, this is a really powerful medium. And then the second time was I was in college and I went to go see Spike Lee's She's Gotta Have It, and I was blown away by the presence of all black faces on screen, and I was like, wow, and I think that gave me permission to think, I want to do that, except I won't put all brown faces on the screen. But it was an exhilarating moment. I remember just wanting to talk about it when I came out and stand outside the theater for like an hour. This is what I want to do.
As kids, we saw everything. Yeah. We grew up in an era where the drive-in movie theater was the way to see movies. So my mother, as a single mother of 5, would throw us all into a car.
Sneak a couple kids under the seat.
We'd have a spare single mattress that we'd pull out of the back and put it next to the car. And those big old clunky metal speakers. We'd sit there with our pillows and our popcorn and our candy, and we'd watch everything from The Godfather to Freebie and the Bean to
Chinese Connection,
The Planet of the Apes to Enter the Dragon to
JD's Revenge, Dolomite. I mean, we watched everything.
Everything you can imagine. Movies in hindsight that we shouldn't be watching at 8 and 9 years old, but there you have it. And so maybe in hindsight it's a kind of a natural progression to have us sitting here right now talking to you. We love stories, and I think we love more telling them.
Time for one more question and we have to wrap.
Y'all did a great job.
One more.
What do you think about what's going on in Arizona?
It's unbelievable. It's outrageous. It smacks of apartheid.
It is apartheid.
It is apartheid.
I mean, I doubt it, but I wish it would be the start of a real constructive conversation about immigration, because talking about securing the borders, but what nobody's talking about is the effects that NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, has had in Latin America, and also the U.S. foreign policy pressuring Mexico to privatize its oil reserves. I mean, that's what it's all about, the resources. And so in many ways, the influx of people seeking jobs here is a direct result of our foreign and economic policies in Latin America, which has pretty much been our backyard to go and exploit resources. But nobody's talking about that. So the conversations remain superficial, and unfortunately, I think it's going to just create more racial tension and discord.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
One more question. The music in the film, Peter, the music in the film, who was responsible for picking it? We love the music. by the way.
Music was
The
awesome.
music in the film
Soundtrack.
actually is part of that lowrider aesthetic. They listen to all,
Ah.
old R&B, old
Mhm.
school.
So they
Curtis
really do. I was
Mayfield.
like, surely they don't listen to this, but they do.
Oh, absolutely. That's the soundtrack of Lowriders, the guys who were just here, homies.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay, because my son was.
It's all black music.
My son said, "Mom, that's black music. They can't, that's not them." I said, "I think it's them." We went down around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's an urban community, and there's no denying how urban Latinos are influenced, I think, by African American parents and music.
Thank you for throwing the sister in there. I appreciate it. A real woman like naps.
What do you
That's
think
awesome.
about that?
I
Well,
love it.
it's a shock to see it. I mean,
Is it a shock?
Yeah, it is. It's to see it on film. It really is.
You live here in Texas?
Yes.
Do you think it's a regional perspective that creates the shock? In other words, because you grew up here?
Yeah, I'm pretty much I grew up in the South, and it's
Also, you
just
don't see black and brown.
not a whole lot. I mean, I've dated.
That's like,
Well, my last boyfriend was, but that was even it felt like an experiment when I did it, and I'm 33, So, but it is a shock to see it on screen. You don't really see that.
Yeah.
Which because in Latin America, Colombia, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Brazil, Peru. I mean,
You ain't in Latin America.
I know, but there's so much.
Yeah, I didn't